Hello, gamers! Welcome back to the Warframe Iron Man, and feels good to have this Corvex painting back. Anyway, last time we went ahead and finished Jade Shadow's Constellations, and we grinded up Sirius and Orion and all of their goodies. This week, we're gonna be taking it a step back, because oh my god, if I did any more Railjack back-to-back, I blow up. This week, I want to go and do something that we've unlocked and we haven't touched since the day we unlocked it. And that is going to be actually playing Duviri. One thing I haven't shown in between now and when we unlocked it is that I have been giving it my all. And by giving it my all, I mean, fuck no, I haven't. If we come in here and we look up Incarnon Genesis, we've acquired quite a few. I've only been doing one Genesis per week. I just don't want to burn myself out and going 10 rounds by myself. It do be a lot. This is what we're looking at for the Incarnon Genesis collection, though, so far. And, you know, we got some bangers, all right? We got, like, the Torrid, the Sicarus, the Furus, but, well, we're missing the resource that we need in order to even make them. As well as, you know, maybe there's a certain quest we have to do to unlock the Incarnons, but that will come in time, gamers. We're getting to it, alright? We want to jump back into Duviri, though, and this week we're going to aim to get Kullervo and the Rauda. So, I think we're going to do that. 100 runs of the Duviri experience. That being said, you know the drill, gamers. There's something we got to do every week first and foremost. The Wheel of Random Characters, baby! We got 18 entries. And we gotta do our best to knock some out. So let's give it a spin. I've added everyone we've collected over time. And the only one I'm hoping not to get is Caliban, funny enough. Because I'd have to go mine Hespenon, or whatever it's called. And I really don't want to go do that. I haven't wanted to. I'm such a chud. But let's just do it. Come on, gamer. Give me a good character. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But before I can take Zaku out of the foundry, we gotta do something. We gotta come down here and we gotta make space for her. And, you know, we've got, we've got kind of the go-to easy pick. So, let's go ahead and get her eligible for her Prime. Alright, Banshee Prime gets an additional dash polarity. So, we're gonna come in here. And in accordance to our Iron Man rules, if we put this dash polarity on, boom, we are now eligible. Also, that was a challenge this week, cool. But we are eligible for Banshee Prime. And, come along, Banshee, you know what time it is. Get in the chair. Anyway, let's take out Zaku, and, well, gamers, I gotta go get her leveled. But when I do, we'll be back to go over what Zaku can do. And, you know, I think I'll craft, what are her Warframes called? Like the Quasis? What do I need for those, actually? Let's see. Ooh. Fuck, never mind. Alrighty, gamers. We are here in the Simulacrum, and we're gonna show off Zaku, as well as the Quasis. Yeah, I jumped back in. Also, we have to show off the Cedo. I totally forgot when we took Lavos out to also use this weapon. It's his signature weapon. We'll talk about it a little bit at the end of this showcase, just so I can correct my wrong there. But, Zaku, here we go. Here's the showcase build. We are on Flow, Rolling Guard, and Energize. This is just to make the showcase easier. Let's get into it, shall we? First, we've got Zaku's passive, which is going to be that Zaku has a 25% damage reduction to AoE attack, and a 25% chance to dodge any other attack. So let's unpause these corrupted heavy gunners. They're at level 1 right now, because I just want to show this off. If they start shooting at us, you know, sometimes we'll dodge their attack. Woo! This bonus does get increased with one of their other abilities, but we'll get to it when we get to it, gamers. Anyway, our first ability, Zada's Whisper. We pop this, and it's a damage buff. It gives us void damage on our weapons. Alright, I realized that maybe level 1 enemies weren't going to be the best to showcase this, because we wouldn't even get it. Void damage, if we get this status effect to proc, which, I mean, eventually it'll happen, right? Alright, there we go. Swap to my new core. You can see it puts this bubble on the enemies, and what this bubble does is that if we just shoot into it, well, with a projectile weapon, it's going to redirect our attacks into where the bubble was placed. So if we were to shoot the corrupted heavy gunner's head, it's going to redirect our bullets and try to hit the head as well. Zada's Whisper is very good. Void damage is very strong, and this is their helmet ability, so everybody has access to it. Up next, we're going to have Grasp of Look. What this does is we steal the enemy's weapons, and it just shoots back at them. Now, the damage of Grasp of Look is affected by two things. The first being, ability strength. But secondly, it is affected by enemy level. So the higher level the enemies are, the more damage it's going to do. Let's quickly swap these guys over to level 1, just so I can show you what I mean. For perspective, this is 625 damage per blast. And now that they're level 1, if we steal their weapons, we're doing 31 damage. Woohoo! So this does scale into higher levels really well. And it's a very strong ability, as we'll come to find. Zaku's 3 is going to be the Lost, and this is a 3-in-1 ability, so we'll briefly show off what all of these do. Let's unpause these enemies, because the first one is going to be Accuse, and what this does is, if we come up to these enemies and we use it, it's going to convert some of them into my thrall. And look, now we've got a battle going on right here. The amount of enemies you convert into friendlies, well, technically friendlies, you can still damage them, is affected by ability strength, though. So at higher ability strengths, you'll get more people. Up next is Gaze. If we use this, it's going to freeze the enemy we targeted in place, and it's going to do an AoE armor strip. The final one is going to be Deny, and this just shoots a laser beam. It'll strip sentient defenses, but let's be real, who cares? And moving on to Zaku's final ability, we have the Vast Untime. We pop this, and we go into our skeletal form. Now, as we run around, we have 75% on our passive, so AoE damage is going to be reduced by 75%, and we have a 75 dodge chance. A great chance to dodge, if you will. Now, while Vast Untime is active, if we cast our other abilities, so let's use Grasp of Look, Zada's Whisper, and we'll put Gaze on that enemy. If we use Vast Untime, you'll notice that our durations are paused. So while we have Vast Untime active, our abilities are frozen in time. We don't have to keep recasting them, and we mainly just want to keep Vast Untime up for as long as we can, in order to just keep our momentum rolling and not have to recast constantly. But that's Zaku's kit. Really brief, really fast, but that's about all there is to it. They are very good at just playing the game for you, and then if you have like an actual build, they can cook. That being said, here is our build. We are on Corrosive Projection. I figured this would be the best in this slot because we really do want to armor strip enemies with Gaze so that our Grasp of Look can do as much damage as it can. This isn't going to make it to whatever ability strength threshold that we need in order to fully armor strip, but it'll get us closer, and the more armor we can strip, the better. We're on Fast Deflection and Vigilante Vigor. This is going to be my defensive choice for this character. We will see. Zaku is pretty frail, but we are kind of reliant on dodging anyway. Not that they're going to get a chance to, shoot us if we were to use this build, which there's a tech I'm going to show in a minute. But I figured faster shields plus the dodge is probably just the way to go for cheap survivability. Then we're on Intensify Continuity just for a bit of duration and strength, and then a lot of range so that our Gaze and Grasp of Look can do their job. As for Arcanes, we're just on energy ones, Steadfast and Energize, because I want maximum uptime for my Vast Untime as I can get, and I think these will make it as easy as possible. Now, in order for this build to completely come together and for us to just be able to completely play this character for free, we would actually want to run a companion, one that has been sitting in here for quite some time. My lovely Huros Kubro. Now, what is a Huros Kubro going to do for this character? Well, it's come over here, and we are pretty frail. We could take a lot of damage from these level 125 Steel Path Heavy Gunners. So if we go close to these enemies and our Kubro does its job, we'll be invisible. And now this is important because if we pop R2, then we put down our gaze, and then we use Vast on time. So long as we don't shoot, the game's playing itself, baby. You know, they can't target us. They won't do damage. We don't break the Hiroskuro's invisibility because we're not shooting or attacking with a melee or yada yada. Now, I'm not going to be doing this because we're playing Zaku in Duviri, of all places, and we don't have access to a companion, but I wanted to show this off here, just so that y'all know I didn't forget about the tech. Pretty neat. Keep that in mind if you're going to be playing Zaku and you want a better survivability option. That's always there for you. And same goes for any character that's spamming abilities that don't break the Hiroscuro invisibility. Goated Companion. Alright, now let's show off the Cedo and the Quasis. This is going to be real brief. We're not using this, but it's integral we get this out of the way, alright? The Quasis, these are Warframes, unique to Zaku. The unique trait that they have is that heavy attacks throw daggers that deal guaranteed slash status effects. The daggers are more accurate when wielded by Zaku. And the Cedo's special trait is that Alt Fire launches a bouncing glaive with guaranteed status chance. Primary Fire deals 60% additional damage for each status effect on the target. Converts secondary ammo pickups to 50% of shotgun ammo when wielded by Lavos. So if we come over here and we just start slashing with our Warframe, you'll see it throws out some daggers. I built these as more of a heavy attack spam weapon, but I mean, these are Steel Path 125 gunners. We ain't gonna see too much out of them, but actually, you know, that's not too bad. That's not too bad for having, what, 3 mods on? It's trying its best, okay? Yeah, see, there we go. That's much better. But then we have the Cedo, and it's just a shotgun, automatic. But if we were to do our alt fire... Okay, that was a horrible showing. What the hell? If we were to alt fire... there we go. Bounces around, does a lot of explosions that put a lot of status effects, and for each status effect, we get more damage on our primary fire. It's, the Cedo is very good. Out of these 2 weapons, the Cedo is more gas. But that's gonna do it for the showcase. Now we're gonna jump into Duviri. We're gonna go get Kullervo. And, hopefully, you know, maybe we get lucky and we get Zaku. That would be pretty sick. Alrighty, gamers. We are back in the Duviri experience. We're actually gonna play just the default mode this time. And, well, what a perfect time to start recording. We actually have Zaku. This worked out pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't have the Quasis. That kind of sucks. But then again, it is what it is. I might record like another clip and do some Steel Path or something on this character. They're very good. But let's come over here. But at the point I'm recording this last run, it actually is my last run because I'm only missing 1 more Kullervo band that we need. So sick. Look at our intrinsics. Just from doing the circuit, I got opportunity to 10 every week. And over the course of doing all this, we got 9, 5, and 5 here. We're going to get, well, let's do another 5 here. Pretty gas. We have a lot of passives now that I don't care to really go through and read. But know that the difference between having these and not having these was immense. We started out, we were getting our shit kicked. And now, we're pretty powerful. And the runs aren't so hard, but let's just get into it. Had to turn game audio on. I don't know how long that's been fucked over, but I'm gonna hope it's for the best. Anyway, last time we were here, we just played it for the first time. I don't think we did Steel Path, Duviri experience, and honestly, it's for the best. The first couple of runs without any intrinsics was pretty shit. We are getting bullied. But that's not going to be the case, as we'll see shortly. Also, I will get that decree in a second. But for now, let's focus on winning this race. Now, while I do some stuff in the background, I should probably explain more about how you get Kullervo. Now, Kullervo is one of my favorite types of characters. And do you know why that is? It's because I have to wait. Oh, geez. Okay, we actually got to get our intrinsics now. This group of 5, if we get good intrinsics here, we could kill them all.
1 eternity later.
Going back to what I was saying about Kullervo, though, you actually have to wait for a specific cycle. Now, how Duviri works is that every couple of hours, it changes what mood that Thrax is in. That's very important because certain changes happen around Duviri. One of which, and the most important to us, is that Kullervo's Hold, an island on the map, spawns in, and it only spawns in during anger, sorrow, or fear. So what that means is that we have 3 out of 5 cycles to get Kullervo. This isn't too bad. We can just tackle this gradually, but it's really annoying. You guys remember when I was farming Eidolons and it was the worst thing ever because I had to wait for nighttime? It's that all over again. This time, it's not as short of a window. We can get in like 2 runs comfortably each cycle. And we're doing the Duviri experience too, I should mention, because it's just for a poor little boy like myself who has no Duviri resources. It's just the best. Also, we can spend as much time as we want building up to the Kullervo fight, which you'll see shortly. We actually have to go fight the guy in order to get him. But we know how Duviri experience works. I've shown it off already on the series, so I'm going to cut back to anything interesting that happens in this run. Because otherwise, it's just going to be me doing all of the side objectives, building up the crees, so that we have the easiest time in the world, waffle stomping Kullervo into the ground for our sweet, sweet Kullervo Bane. So, I'll be back, gamers! Ironically, as soon as I stopped recording, and also, unrelated, we are Nightwave rank 30. So, now we can get a bunch of Nora's Mix credits. That's pretty swag. Anyway, back to Duviri. Okay, we're a few decrees further in this run, and by a few I mean 9. Let's go into an Undercroft portal, shall we? And also, I gotta put this on. Now, one of Zaku's biggest problems is that they're quite frail. We have a lot of bulk, but that's because we have the default mods on right now. I didn't put my build together yet. So, let's just hope that everything goes okay. Let's go ahead, get our stuff going, and now we should be pretty fine. We're gonna do damage, we're gonna have everything armor stripped. It's hoping that we dodge like it's Dokkan battle. That's fine. We also are healing every time we get a kill with void damage, which our 2 is going to provide. But it doesn't look to be enough. And this is probably going to be the toughest showing of Zaku. We're missing out on a big element here. A certain companion of mine could save our life rather than relying on, what is that, 75% dodge chance? Yeah, I'm good, bruh. But, well, we gotta do what we gotta do around here. I want to circle the enemies to, like, kill them, but I don't think we should. Matter of fact, I think we're fucking dead. No, we can heal a little bit because of, our freshly acquired operator arcane. Oh, heat proc hurt. We're gonna get further on, we're gonna get all of our decrees, and we're gonna be fucking unstoppable. It's gonna be awesome. But for now, we're just like dumb little chuds, trying our best out here. And that's okay. The best fruits take time to ripen, or something like that. I forgot to pop my 4 again. This might be the most evil survival in the Undercroft ever. And you probably could, like, shield gate or something. What would I use to shield gate? Probably have to put on, like, pillage. That might be what I do. Just because I'm not the biggest fan of relying on Hera's Kubro for invisibility. But I think this character is very good. We gotta do our best to show the character we got this week, right? You kind of forget that Zaku is made of actual glass when that freaking Zada's Whisper starts hitting, dude. Oh my god. Zada's Whisper is such an insane damage buff because Void is just really strong. But there we go. We got a Duviri Arcane, some Pathos Clamps, always good, and some Steel Essence, which we could always use. Anyway, I'm gonna go continue to decree Max, and we will be back when we have to beat Kullervo's ass. Or if I find any more Enigma puzzles, that too. Alright, I did some walking around. We found an Enigma puzzle. Yeah, just a brief reminder as to what these are. Is that spread across the Duviri, we can find these little doohickey-doos, and if we solve the puzzle, we have a chance to get Cinta parts, which is, I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but the Dax soldiers with the bow, yeah, that's their weapon, and we can get it. So, alright, double D, an O, and an S, but that's the S. And then this one, because it's like the little hologram on there, we can take this out and we'll go do the rest of these. And, boys. Alright, cool. Boom. Boom. The double D. Unfortunately, we didn't get a Cinta piece, but that's all good. They're quite rare. You know, if we could get that this week, that'd be pretty gas, but I'm not anticipating it. It's all good. I just clipped through that rock again. All right, 5 feet away, there was another Enigma puzzle, so like, oh, there we go. The Cinta grip. That's our first part. I believe there's a total of 5, so, you know, let's just hope, shall we, that we can get them all. All right, we are here on Kullervo's hold. We are 33 degrees in, at about an hour and 10 minutes. We're overpowered now, so let's go kick Kullervo's ass. We go to Kullervo's hold, and let's talk to not Ballas. It looks like Ballas, but due to international copyright law, it is not. And let's confront Kullervo. Now, funnily enough, he's actually wearing his alt helmet, and, is he that melee weapon he's got? Yeah, that's a skin. He doesn't actually have a melee weapon. He has a shotgun. Kind of a shame. Anyway, let's shoot him now. You're gonna quickly see that, he can't handle the smoke. Get a decree on him. Oh, yeah, Stormcaller, that's huge. I just missed my fat, big shot, dude, no. Oh, here we go. Stuff is happening. Normally, you're not gonna probably sit here and farm up decrees for an hour before you fight him. Sayonara to his corpse. And now, you know what? We're decreed up. Let's call out our Zaku. And let's I don't know if we can even steal a weapon from him, but he's dead now. That's it. Every time we do that objective, though, it's gonna get us Kullervo Bane. Well, it's gonna give us the Kullervo Bane at the end of the mission, which we gotta show the Steel Path version of the Aura Worm fight. So let's go to that. And by go to that, I mean we're actually like right here. Let's get our Orvius rather. And last time, I don't think we had to do this, but there's gonna be some Pathos valves on the worm. We're gonna have to turn those rather than transferring right in. Hold on, I gotta do that. Very important. All right, let's go ahead and clamp right on there. Start turning it. We just have to turn them to the direction that it tells us. Ooh, that was a nice little... what the fuck is happening? Ah! Cool. Let's wait for this to go by. It's so bugged right now. And now all we gotta do is burn these, and we'll be in the boss fight. I'm a little parched. I think I need a Dr. Dynamite. Oh, what do I got here? Oh, it's so good. All right. Let's pop Zada's, and let's just start shooting. If the burst-in isn't good enough, no worries. We'll just get the Imperator in a second. I don't think we'll need anything other than that. But this first stage, exactly the same. Jumping around, shooting the valves. Getting our Imperator, because this thing's infinitely better than our burst-in right now. Although not for long. And now, here's the difference in Steel Path, is we're going to get on our Tithe right here, and we would fly around, but we're not going to do that. We're instead just going to run over here on the floor. We're going to get hit with heat, but that's fine. Normally, what you're supposed to do is just shoot these wormlings that go around the outer edge of this arena, and you're supposed to shoot them on horseback, but fuck all that noise. I'm making this look like it's harder, honestly. I hate the Sirocco so much, that's why we're doing this. We're just gonna shoot them with our Imperator. And look, we did it. We go back. Awesome. Because we have a lot of decrees, we didn't take any heat damage, really, so we're A-okay doing that. And honestly, I don't even remember it doing that much heat damage anyway, so... probably don't even need to worry about it. But let's pop Zada's again. And the reason we do it that way, though, on top of it just being easier because the Imperator's easier to shoot the worms with, is that we get to keep our Imperator in between rounds. 1 and 2. Big dub. Now that we did that next set of valves, it's going to spawn more wormlings, but in here this time, so we don't have to play Ring Around the Rosie. Boop. They're all dead. Let's wait for him to finish yapping. And now we just finished the fight. Boom! And because we completed a Kullervo boss fight, when we unlock this chest, it's going to show us our Kullervo's Bane. Now we can get either 6 to 8. And we high rolled that one in Steel Path, so that's pretty sick. And that's it. Once we get those, we would come over here and talk to Akrithis. And we can go into Kullervo's archive, and this is where we get all of the Kullervo stuff. But I still gotta farm this up. In total, we need 72. So we got a couple of runs to do.
3 days later.
Well, after getting all 79 Kullervo Bane that we've acquired, I think it's time to go on a colossal splurging spree. And we're just gonna do it. But there we are! Gamers! Kullervo and the Rauda. What do we need for the Rauda? Oh, just Pathos Clamps? That's fine. What about Kullervo? Just need a little more resources. But that's fine. I gotta do more runs. Because now, gamers, this is where I have decided to do something very stupid. I'm gonna get the Cinta. Wow-wee. Is that a Cinta piece? Yippee! Alright. Another Cinta piece. This is the same run, too. Next run. The Cinta blueprint. Man, this is really easy. We're about to complete this with no trouble at all. Oh. I'm, I'm sitting here. It's a few days later, and, I think I gotta throw in the towel. It's Monday. I don't have enough time to finish this out. I have to start editing. Yeah, 7 Cinta blueprints, 2 Cinta grips, the upper limbs, 6, we got 5 Cinta strings. God fucking damn it. Oh, it is what it is, gamers. We'll get this some other time, but, this sucks ass. I get it now. The Cinta is fucking horrible. Oh my god. Well, gamers, I want to thank y'all for watching. It's going to be it for this week. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you found this video and aren't caught up to the series, I have an entire playlist of the Warframe Iron Man linked in the description below for you. I also stream every Wednesday and Friday. Next week, we're going to finally begin to move on, and we're going to tackle Angels of Zariman. Probably not going to have too much of the quest in there, but there's some good stuff we have to farm for there, so it should be exciting. And who knows, maybe I'll hope some more Cinta runs in. Oh, goodness gracious, gamers. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time.